And it is simply, it's reported CNN that the orange bastard has told his staff to stop paying Rudy Giuliani because the orange bastard is pissed off at being impeached again. Oh my God. So, yeah, turn on Giuliani. Oh my God, this is so sick. If the times weren't so fraught with death and disease and rebellion and hatred and misery, all of this shit would be funny. You know it would. I mean, some of the stuff that I come across in preparation for each day's podcast reads as though they were scripts for stand-up comics who are going to commit as much as they can to memory and then step out on stage and regale the audience with the most outrageous shit imaginable, to which the audience would just laugh uproariously. But things are too dark and deathly and destructive for out-and-out humor right now, I guess. Anyway, as CNN reports, the orange bastard is very irritated at being impeached for a second time. And he's told his people to stop paying Giuliani's legal fees. Now, remember what Giuliani wanted. What was it, 20 grand a day? I think at one point I said 20 grand a week, but I think it's 20,000 US dollars a day. Oh, Christ. Now, aides to the orange bastard through this chain of leakage that goes to CNN or the New York Times or the Washington Post, they're not clear, they say, if the orange bastard was serious about not paying Giuliani's legal fees anymore, since the orange bastard has been lashing out at nearly everybody after what happened yesterday. Oh, God. Yeah, revolution eats itself, and apparently so does Trump. Anyway, as you know, he became the first president in U.S. history to be impeached twice yesterday. So anyway, Trump now, because he is the filth that he is, has been blaming Giuliani and other people for the mess that Trump created and now finds himself in up to the bottom of his fat chin. Of course, he doesn't accept any responsibility in public or in private for the mess he's in. Oh, no. Now, Giuliani, being the little suckhole that he is, who would, I swear to God, if Trump told him to strip naked and go have sex with a mule, Giuliani would do it, or he'd try it anyway. Well, he's still expected to play a role in Trump's impeachment defense. But according to these sources who reported to CNN, Rudy has been left out of most of the conversations about that defense so far. I can't even imagine what the defense would be. But I'm sure the orange bastard and the filth advising him will come up with one. And Trump's campaign senior advisor, Jason Miller, seemed to offer little resistance to the reports that Trump had it with Giuliani. Although Mr. Miller did not deny that the orange bastard had told folks in the inner circle of slime not to pay Giuliani anymore. But according to CNN, Miller wrote this morning, Thursday morning, quote, "Just spoke with President Trump, and he told me that Rudy Giuliani is a great guy and a patriot who devoted his service to the country. We all love America's mayor." End quote. But don't pay the rotten little bastard. We all love him. And in the meantime, this freak named John Eastman, who is a neo-fascist, probably a Christian fascist attorney, who lied and told Trump that Pence did, in fact, have the power to block the certification of Biden's win. That little fucker, Eastman, apparently is going to join Trump's legal team defending him in the upcoming impeachment trial. My God. You know, I said once before, this is almost like a Gilbert and Sullivan operetta or something. It's just these characters. They're like creations out of the mind of someone who is using broad, ridiculous humor to try to make a point. I don't know what the point is here, but anyway, continuing as CNN reports these discussions to bring Eastman in as part of Trump's impeachment trial. Eastman isn't yet formally a part of the team. And then there's this place called Chapman University. What the hell is that? I've never heard of that. But apparently that's where this half-witted Eastman teaches. Chapman University. Apparently Eastman is a professor there. But the university put out an announcement Wednesday. It had, quote, reached an agreement pursuant to which he will retire from Chapman, effective immediately, end quote. Oh, really? I wonder how that happened. Who made this comment? Now let me find it here. I can't. I've said this a million times. I guess it's a spokesman for the Chapman University, but this guy, his name is Strapa. Strapa said, quote, Dr. Eastman's departure from the university closes this challenging chapter for Chapman University and provides the most immediate and certain path forward for both the Chapman community and Dr. Eastman. Chapman and Dr. Eastman have agreed not to engage in legal actions of any kind, including any claim of defamation that may currently exist, as both parties move forward, end quote. Oh, my fucking word. Now, I'm sure that the attorneys in the Malloy podcast audience who are listening know exactly what that little paragraph, those 2 or 3 sentences actually, factually, truly mean. And it means that Chapman University was prepared to file some sort of massive lawsuit against this prick, Eastman. And I guess Eastman responded with a threat to do the same. So the parties decided, oh, fuck it, let's put our knives away and walk in different directions and let both parties move forward. I love that phrase. God, I love that phrase. As both parties move forward. Anyway, another source of Trump's rage is, this poor bastard, another Christian fascist, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. Oh, Kevin. Oh, my goodness. You have an Irish name, lad, just like I do. You couldn't possibly be Irish, could you, Kevin? God, I hope not. Anyway, Kevin really pissed off Trump yesterday by saying Trump bears responsibility for last week's riot. Kevin. Oh, the luck of the Irish isn't with you anymore, lad. You're no better than to say something like that. Mr. Trump doesn't take any responsibility for anything. Oh, my God. Now, Trump, apparently, according to the Post and CNN and the Times and just about every reliable news source, the orange bastard is now more isolated than ever. Oh, poor fucker. They took away your Twitter toy, didn't they? Oh my God. That's like chopping off his hands. Ah! And the orange bastard, in addition to everybody being angry at everybody, the orange bastard is very upset because he thinks people aren't defending him enough. Good God in heaven. The source who spoke to CNN said, quote, he's in self-pity mode, complaining he's been under siege for 5 years. And the latest impeachment is just more of that. Wait till he tells the proud pricks and the cucumbers and the rest of the militia type. Wait till Trump tells them, okay, attack, attack. I'll be right there with you. Sure I will. Oh, absolutely I will. So last night when the vote was taken, 10 Republicans voted their conscience, along with every Democrat, to pass this one article of impeachment. So supposedly now we have 10 Republicans, and I notice since last night and early this morning, some prominent Democrats in the House are just praising these 10 Republicans as if these 10 Republicans just all of a sudden returned from a trip to Saturn and back and just heard the news that they knew nothing about what this orange piece of human waste had been doing for 4 years. Oh, come on, Democrats. Are you fucking kidding me? You're going to praise the likes of Liz Cheney and the rest of these Republican filth because for once in 4 years, 5 years, they took a stand against this traitorous, rotten Donald Trump, and now you're going to heap praise on. Well, that's an old psychological trick, right? I mean, that's how you get your 4-year-old to continue not to piss on the family living room carpet. You praise a little shit every time he goes and uses a bathroom. Well, House Democrats, please stop. These Republicans are not your allies. They are your enemies until the earth becomes a cinder, enveloped by the sun 6 or 7 billion years from now. Don't kid yourself about the Republicans. They will attack you from every angle as soon as they see that it's advantageous. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.